Some museums have a feel that they're sterile, they're clean, don't touch this. Yeah, we're definitely not that. Everything's dirty, it's grimy, it's just like a working railroad would be.
Well, railroads helped build Nevada in the 1800s. Las Vegas was originally a water stop for steam engines between Southern California and Salt Lake City.
That's right. In northern Nevada, not far from Great Basin National Park, there's a window into that past and a tribute to steam locomotives. I got a chance to visit the Northern Nevada Railway. There's only a handful of working steam locomotives in the U.S. today. But now, Ely, Nevada has 3 of them, all survivors of the last century. The Northern Nevada Railway is a hands-on museum, a National Historic Landmark, and the biggest enterprise in the town of Ely, Nevada, population 6,000. It's in the part of the state they call the Big Empty. Empty except for minerals.
10 miles to the west of us is a mountain of copper ore.
When Kennecott ended their mining operations in 1983, they gave the entire railway to the city of Ely.
There's one small little problem with that, no money came with it. So you have 56 acres, 60 buildings and structures, with most of them built between 1907 and 1910, 30 miles of track, and lots of antique equipment.
Tradition mandates a lot of what happens in this rail yard. Tradition is what they eat, sleep, and breathe. So here in Ely, Nevada, they're keeping that rich railroad tradition going in a big way. And that's why the crowds gather on this day to ride in a relic, actual passenger cars used back in the day. It's a big deal here, and no one comes away disappointed as the authentic antique lumbers down the track.
We do it all.
Con Trumbull is a conductor today, but he wears many hats: steam engineer, fireman, brakeman. Like many of the full-time employees here, he started by volunteering. He has a deep reverence for these metal monuments.
Oh yeah, these are the closest that humans have ever come to making a living machine.
You have a couple of my section, your section.
The locomotive does come alive when you put a fire in it, and you run a locomotive by feel. You run it by the seat of your pants.
David Turner's been working here 20 years. He knows his way around Engine 40, the ghost engine.
The legend states that this locomotive was the favorite of the crews, and when they retired her after passenger service ended in 1941, they decided that they weren't going to let the scrappers get her. And so the story goes that the crews hid her all over the place. They'd run her in the dead of night up to the mine, they'd run her to McGill, they'd hide her in different buildings to make sure that she didn't get scrapped. And so the legend goes that her movements like a ghost in the night earned her the nickname the Ghost Train of Old Ely.
Some museums have a feel that they're sterile, they're clean, don't touch this. Yeah, we're definitely not that. Everything's dirty, it's grimy, it's just like a working railroad would be.
And so the curators of this gritty museum all gather to mark a first, sounding off the whistles of all 3 locomotives at once.